Hey, it's Zen. Um, Used to be known as Jay, whatever. Um, Here to talk about something. And my subject is the topic of moving on and don't ever settle. Really, this topic has been talked about for centuries, for years, since humans have even fallen in love, and learned this whole lesson. I have recently, it's been, tomorrow will be a week that, like, pretty much I've been single, not in a relationship, not with anybody, and it sucked for a minute. It wasn't my fault in the breakup. There were trust issues, cheating involved, but it wasn't. I didn't do it. 2.5 years went down the drain. One female, everything happened. I got cheated on. There was a pregnancy involved and other things, and I was lied to for about 2 months after it happened until she found out she was pregnant, and there was morning sickness involved. So yeah, going through that, sitting here afterwards and thinking about that it's been over a month since I found out about the whole situation, because I found out in June and the whole thing started in April. So, but I finding that out really, it destroyed me. It destroyed me because I was loyal for 2.5 years, and we both went through a lot of problems, a lot of arguments and stuff. I went through a lot of physical abuse, verbal abuse. It was back and forth. Physical abuse, I never once ever like hit her or anything, but I did. I got hit. Cops were called, stuff like that. But I should have left. I should have left after the physical abuse. I should have left, when I noticed that she just wasn't taking the relationship as seriously as I was towards certain things, and that she wasn't going to compromise or change things for me, but she was going to ask me to change things things for her, and that wasn't going to work out, because in a relationship you have to compromise. One person cannot have more than the other. So, with that and all, basically, we broke up, but it was like a bad breakup, obviously, because yes, I am mad because I sat there, and even after sitting there and dealing with her morning sickness and being there for her, even though the guy that actually got her pregnant wasn't there for her, she still decides to beat up on me and really complain about how imperfect I am or how not right I am. And it's like, how can you be mad at the person that you cheated on who's still being there versus the person that you cheated on me with? And he's not deciding, he's choosing to not be around. He's making it bad for you to even find him, and you're sitting there and you're beating up on me still, and now I'm miles away in a different state, and you still want me to treat you like a princess. And it was really to the point, at the end of the day, it was really to the point that she was still asking for me to treat her like a princess and like how she deserved to be treated. But it's like, you cheated on me. How do you think you deserve to be treated by the person that you cheated on? You know what I mean? Like, how would you expect them to treat you? And that's another thing, is that, when somebody hurts you, if the person cheats on you, don't have them come back to you and make you feel guilty for anything that you have done in the past. If you have not cheated, have not done anything but had your heart set on them, nobody is perfect. There are always going to be arguments in a relationship. So if at the end of the day, if you have basically done nothing wrong but be there for that person, and they still aren't happy with you and your ways, then pretty much basically fuck them on that whole point. But I wasn't like that. I kind of fought with her, and it was kind of to the point where, like, I knew the breakup was happening. Obviously, like, I knew in my mind, because I kept telling myself, and everybody around me was like, dude, you don't deserve this. Like, move on from her. She showed you how much she cared. But it was just the fact that I was more afraid to move on. I was more afraid to take that leap. And taking that leap, it's very, very scary. It's very, very scary to take that leap from a serious relationship and knowing that you're brokenhearted, even though you still love that person, but saying goodbye to them entirely. And I went back and forth through that whole situation. I went back and forth. One minute I was, mad at her. The next minute I was okay with her. And I think she was kind of getting confused too. But at the same time, it's like, hey, I'm trying to figure out, do I want to stay or do I want to go? Do I not deserve this or do I stay? It was so many different things. So basically, we broke up in the worst way. I finally let all my feelings out, said a lot of stuff, but I apologize for calling her out of her name. I did do that. Because at the end of the day, I just feel bad for doing stupid shit like that. Trying to improve, trying to mature up, because relationships always make you ugly some type of way. And so now it's been a week, and I have to say that I am doing a lot more better than I thought I would. Hold on, let me block this. There we go. Make it a little bit more better. Sorry about the light, yo. That light is serious. But, yeah. Like, there we go. This is better. Yeah. But, yeah, I am okay. I am going through it, but I am okay. I think the whole thing about it is that the memories, the fact that you always had somebody there to talk to hit up, whatever. So it's like, after a while, it just goes like this, nothing. But then gradually you start to find yourself, and you start to find yourself talking to new people, and not talking to people in that way, but like new people, new acquaintances, new friends, whatever, old friends, whatever. You find a way to maintain it, and you move on, and you do move on, but it's just it does get bad from here and there, but it's like going through rehab of a relationship. That's exactly what it is. It's rehab from a relationship, and you're gonna have withdrawals, you're gonna have bad habits, all this stuff like that you have to let go of. And when you let go of all that stuff, and you really kind of think to yourself, and you really kind of get things in perspective, it becomes so much more easier. And I'm telling you, it's been a lot more easier, and I'm more happy right now knowing that I'm choosing not to settle, and I'm choosing to just leave her alone entirely. Does it suck knowing that one day somebody else will have her? Yes, but it's sucking more to her to know that she cheated on me, and in the end, our relationship actually got better. Our relationship was great by the time I found out. So, I mean, she could be mad at me for whatever I said. She could say whatever, but at the end of the day, she's the one that has to go through all that. I have no guilt, so I just walk away. And that's the thing about it. You can't sit there and deal with somebody when they feel guilty, because their frustrations that they have with themselves pours out on you, and that's what was happening. You still get abused some type of way from it. I mean, you're not letting them go, even though they let you go already. So, thing about moving on and not settling is not moving on. I mean, move on. Take each day at a time. Every time you wake up from a new day, just realize, oh crap, I made it yesterday, I can make it today. And then when that day is over, do the same thing every single morning. And you'll realize how easy after a while it is. And don't ever settle. Don't ever settle. We are way too valuable as people to ever settle for anybody, just one person. So never settle. Move forward. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to your heart. And at the end of the day, how could you go wrong? You can be hurt by other people, but as long as you stay true to yourself, don't settle. Keep moving forward. Being positive and staying true to your heart. How can you go wrong? You can't. You can't. You just can't. So, that's all I wanted to say. It was a long video, but that's pretty much me. Alright, you guys. Bye.